Hey everybody, this is Alzorath, and welcome back to Diablo 3. We are now in Act 2. If I can get my numbers straight, that would be a great thing. Let's go ahead and fast forward through the dialogue. We've got to go into the Chaldean Bazaar, which we're slightly familiar with. I actually prefer the, as far as desert areas go in Diablo worlds, I oddly enough prefer the Act 2 in Diablo 2. It's got better music in my opinion, and it's got a much better, like, hub town. We're gonna just walk through the gate. It's gonna stay closed while we walk through it. But, yeah, I've been having connection issues lately, as you guys have heard in the previous episodes. We're not going to take her with us. Well, she has to come with us, but we're not going to take the Enchantress as a, helper, mercenary, whatever you want to call it. But we will keep her with us for now, I guess. Hi, you little dudes. Now, some of you were talking I should probably, like, lower it to hard, or I should craft some stuff for the character, like some weapons and stuff like that. I'm going to save that for the next run-through, and there was an example of my internet just kind of acting up there. It's a little bit irritating. Let's go ahead and new lore and clear that out. But, yeah, I'm not going to do it with this character. I might do it with the next character, because I feel like we're actually reaching a point where it's just kind of like, eh. They're either going to be so hard that it's like I can't get through the act in a reasonable amount of time without crafting stuff, or they're too easy, in which case I have like no chance of actually dying, which is the problem I was having with normal difficulty, and even hard difficulty to a good extent just wasn't really hard enough. I mean, it's like, okay, you have hard difficulty as the name. It's kind of one of the big failings of Diablo 3 in my mind, is that, yeah, it's not as hard as it should be. It doesn't really live up to being a Diablo game.
They are very near to us.
Okay, come on. Reveal the thing. I don't really care if you want to be fighting these little bugs. Can we kill him? Thank you. Now you can see that as I use my ability, it's got a delay on it. That's because, yeah, internet connection going a little bit wonky. You can blame Spectrum for this, because I am actually through Spectrum. They're being actually all kinds of silly special today. Well, they're being silly special lately. As you may have noticed, the Path of Exile series has been having issues getting uploaded too. That's because I'm having trouble even staying connected there, so... Can you please let us through? No, we don't need you on our side. Let's just... Oh, let us in. Stop barring me with your boring discussions here. So this is the part where she's going to have to reveal those footsteps, I believe. I think that's this part of the quest. I could be wrong. I could be memorizing things slightly off here. I've only played through the game entirely once, so yay. Let's see. We've got our little ghost thing. Okay, we don't care about your dialogue. We've listened to it far too often. So we need to disrupt the hidden conclave ritual and disrupt the secret altar ritual. So these are going to be ones that we have to find the secret footsteps for. So go ahead and kill all these guys. And I don't even really have to watch my life too much, even on this difficulty, which is expert, which is supposed to be even harder than hard, but it's just not. That's if I ever do a Diablo 2 versus Diablo 3 comparison, or Diablo 3 versus Path of Exile even, my major complaint with Diablo 3 is going to be the difficulty. It's just not as hard as it should be. I know I'm going to restate that a lot, but yay. Let's see, go ahead and do that. Oh, wow. Throwing me around is not what I wanted you to do. Can we go ahead and make these guys bleed, since we can't seem to... Ah, geez, come on, cute. Okay. Let's go ahead and we'll throw a 3 down, just kind of burn them up just a little bit. We'll do a stomp as well. Stun them. We got frozen? Seriously, game? Okay. I don't have the ability to do any of the skills that I want to do right now. So we're just going to keep slamming on the ground, I guess. Can we... Okay, that's what's freezing me. I just wasn't noticing him. And there is a connection issue again. Jesus. I may have to actually re-record this episode. But I don't like re-recording episodes where we've actually done quests, so... Yay. And there is the issue. So you guys can see what I've been dealing with and why the episodes have been late. Or I guess I can just get disconnected, maybe? I don't know. I'm probably going to die. There we go. We killed some stuff. I guess I will cut the episode here, and I will find my way back here after the connection issues resolve, maybe? Things are revealing themselves a little bit, so maybe it's settling down. Don't know. Don't care. Gonna try and finish this quest. But yeah, this is the big downside of always online DRM. There is no point for Diablo 3 to be always online. There is absolutely 0 point in it. Diablo 3 has no real necessity to always be online. There isn't anything special about the gameplay that requires it. If you want to comp achievements, yeah, sure, be online to get achievements, but don't make it a requirement to actually enjoy the game. This goes back into a discussion that I don't know if I've had it yet in the Diablo 2 series. I've recorded the Diablo 2 series up a decent ways ahead of this one. And actually, I know I haven't had that conversation yet because I haven't rendered that video yet. I have it saved on the hard drive. I haven't rendered it yet, and it's not going to be out for a few days after this one. So, yeah, it's related to a discussion we're going to have on Diablo 2 about archiving games. And on that one, I'm talking from an emulation point of view. But on this one, I'm talking from you little bastards, why do you make it always online DRM? You're basically dooming your game to be, well, not necessarily lost forever, but you're dooming it to, and that's a cavern that we haven't been to before. You're dooming it to basically be one of those situations where it will be gone or unable to be accessed by players as soon as the company decides to either fold or as soon as you decide to stop supporting it. I mean, this is not exactly a unheard of thing. I mean, THQ was a major publisher and it went under after a whole lot of issues, but it went under nonetheless. That's a big deal. Let's go ahead and stun you just a little bit. And do we have the ability to catch you? Yeah, we'll get him. Garner ourselves a nice level up and go ahead and make him bleed. Okay, that might be enough to get rid of him. I don't know for sure. We don't have enough fury to actually do that one more time, but yeah, we got him. Fatal Grasp. Got a few little drops off of him as well. Let's go ahead and get some AoE going on here. Let's do some stomps. Okay, just keep bashing things and hope for the best and hope we don't have that freeze up again. But I guess I do want to kind of keep that connection issue thing in there. Yeah, it's one of those, not really sure if I can actually work around it or if I got too salty during it or not. But, yeah, maybe I'm gonna, in one of the future videos on Diablo 2, I actually say if you want to hear me talk about game archiving and my view on emulation, why I actually support emulation, although I'm not supporting piracy. I actually am opposing piracy personally. It's kind of a weird little, like, almost double standard going on there, but I do oppose piracy. I don't oppose emulation because I think emulation is important. As you've seen with old systems break down. Once they're stopped being produced, they start breaking down and there's no way to recover them. Emulation and the community around it serves as a good tool for making sure that those games are still playable, and by ROM dumps and ISO dumps and stuff like that, you can actually get copies of these games digitally and able to emulate them on newer systems. If you start like really blocking these off hard like Nintendo does, you're not going to have that for very much longer because it's going to be harder and harder to get these emulation tools. Now, Nintendo's going to stick around for a decent while, and IPs can be bought and kind of redistributed and stuff like that, as well as old code, but after a while it does get kind of dissolved down into the history books rather than actually, you know, observable. Sorry for the random phrasing there. I'm hearing noises outside, so yay. More distractions. It's not just connection issues, sadly. We'll do a stomp there. Oh, and we completely whiffed. Let's do a earthquake then. And kill off some more sand wasps. Yeah. Let's see. Go ahead and grab that. Duck our butts out of the way.
Look, more hidden footprints.
Oh, thank you. You actually spotted them this time. So, yay. Instead of having me have to, like, actually walk on top of them. That's always, always beautiful. Let's go ahead and make you bleed. Go ahead and beat the crap out of these guys. There you go. But yeah. It's hard for me to organize my thoughts on emulation, actually give an accurate kind of rundown of how I feel about them and how I feel about it whenever I'm actually trying to concentrate on playing a game as well. Because it is one of those things that's like, come on, back off. There we go. Where it's a kind of mixed bag, and it's one of those things where there are a lot of layers to the discussion. Piracy being one of the big layers, of course, with it. And, of course, all the legal aspects, all the archiving aspects, all the kind of... I need to get out of the ice. There we go. Yeah, it's just all kinds of things go into the discussion on it that you can't really address just willy-nilly while you're just playing around. Don't want to be stuck in the ice there. So let's see. You guys are... I'm about to be able to get my next frenzy up. Let's go ahead and stun. We'll do an earthquake. We'll do that, and then we'll just beat the crap out of them. And I do love that our mercenary is summoning stuff for us. And our mercenary will protect us if we have lag because it's server side. But I would much rather just not have to worry about connecting to a server just to play the dang game. I'm going to be ranting on that probably most of this episode. So if you get tired of hearing that this always online requirement is bullshit. If you get tired of hearing that, you might just want to tune out from this particular episode. And hopefully I can get this connection issue resolved, but I don't think it's going to be resolved anytime soon because, you know, Spectrum's a piece of shit. I'm just going to be brutally honest here. It is... Internet in the US in general is horrible. Now, it's not as bad as, say, Australia. I feel real sympathy for you guys over there. But, yeah, whenever there's... not necessarily third world nations, but not completely modernized nations. And what do they have? Oh, they have just a civilian up there. A civvy, a person, a random dude. But yeah, whenever you have countries that are not as financially well off as the United States, actually able to provide better and this is a luxury service. Internet is a luxury service, although it's becoming more of a utility in the United States. But its horrible, horrible service is crap. It should be so much better considering the amount of resources available. It's just people being greedy and saying, "Oh, well, we're the only provider, and if you want to be the if you want to use our services in an area, or if you want to have services in an area, you got to go through this and this company, you got to get these and these permits, and there's just no way to bring competition in." So it's like just loads and loads of bullshit. So, I mean, they even, if I remember correctly, it was a city, not a county, that was trying to establish fiber of their own as like a competition to the companies. So, city funded. And the company was actually suing the city, saying it's not fair. I'm like, what? This is bullcrap. So since when does a freaking company that should be trying to provide the best service possible sue the holy living daylights out of a city because the city's trying to do better by its citizens? It's really kind of weird. Can you summon the bridge, please? I don't want to have to talk to you for every little thing. Go. Thank you. No. Oh, we got Devastator's Riot. Cool. I'm not going to use you. Black Canyon Mines. We need to find the Qasim Outpost. Okie dokie. We've got... Let's clear out some of these blood cellars. See if we can get some more of the dialogue trees. So we can actually, you know, look at them later. Since I probably don't want to be fighting a boss today. Let's go ahead and stomp. Okay. Do another little blood. Okay. Just keep beating the crap out of these guys. Yay. Everything must die. Good job. It's the Blood Light Special. Hey, we actually got another thing. Okay.
I can't pick up anything else.
You can't pick up anything else. Oh, we've got a whole bunch of junk. I didn't realize we had picked up that much. Is most of this just crap? Rare gloves, better than what we've got. It's more strength, more attack speed, reduce... Okay. Yeah, we'll take the better gloves. I'm just kind of skimming through. Shoulders... increases revenge damage, but we're not using revenge. We're not using Call of the Ancients either. I think I prefer the ones that I've got, even though it's not really that much better. Oh, actually, no. I'm not using cooldown. Well, I do actually prefer the cooldown now that I think about it. Boots, straight up better, I think. Strength, vitality, and regenerates more life. The movement speed is going to be missed, but I think I'll go for the more experience. Okay, bracers. Life per hit is nice. And the strength and the regenerate. Yeah, we'll take that. And I think that's better than our current sword, but I like my legendary. I like having them. And that is just straight up better. I think we want it over the one on the left, but we want to put this right there. That is not better than our amulet. That is just kind of meh. So I think that's all we want from all this. Oh, rare pants. More strength, more life, and increases throw weapon damage, which we don't really care about. So yeah. That looks good. That looks fine, I guess. I don't want the magic two-handed axe. So let's go ahead and we will sell some stuff. Let's go ahead and get rid of those non-special bracers. We can get plenty of things that can be an alternative to that. I'm kind of glad I came down here. He just gave us a prize for doing this. So let's see. We need to go over to you, salvage, and salvage all the things. Boop. Boom. And we're going to salvage you guys and you. And we're starting to look more and more like just a normal barbarian, unfortunately. Because we are picking up that gear. Yes, I do agree that I'm wasting money by transmogrifying stuff. Yeah, it's just kind of a thing that I do because I want my character to look nice. It's just me. I'm weird. I know. I don't care. Get over it. It's a waste of money. I have 16 million gold, and it doesn't cost that much to do. So it's just, yeah, whatever. Whatever. So we'll find the Qasim outpost, and then we'll call it an episode, I think. Hopefully there's a waypoint over there or something. I don't remember if there is. If there isn't, I'm going to be slightly upset because that's going to suck. But yeah, sorry for being all over the place today. I'm just kind of lacking in sleep. It's too noisy around here for me to actually sleep right now anyway. This is not the path. Okay, go ahead and kill you. Dune Threshers, not too tough. Now, I am slowly getting to the point where I can kill things at a reasonable speed. So I do find that kind of nice. And they are going to have knockback. Come back here. Let's see, we need to do that, and do that, and do that. Okay, that should kill off most of this junk. Spirit Mask we'll go ahead and grab just for the sake of salvaging it later. And time to scratch their eyes out. I do like the attack speed with this dual weapon thing with Frenzy. It is kind of nice. And the combo with the dagger is, well, it's not necessarily the optimal combo. I like it from a sort of odd historical standpoint because a lot of times one-handed swords were used with a longer one. I mean, one-handed swords were used with a dagger as kind of a, not necessarily a guard, but as a side weapon. You'd have, you'll have to look up certain weaponry videos and weaponry history things to actually get all the information on it, because I am not a historian by any stretch of the imagination. If I'm a historian about anything, it's gaming, not real life. But it is an actual thing in real life for them to use a sword with a knife. Well, a dagger. Type of knife. Sort of. If you want to get into semantics, it's not exactly a knife. But anyway. Where are we going? I'm not seeing our targeted area. So I might just run past some of this stuff. Because, yeah, they're not being super friendly. There we go. Go ahead and get some more bleed going on. Now, if I can get these guys stunned and bleeding, they don't really stand much of a chance. Especially if I have full frenzy going, because they just take so many hits per second that it's just ridiculous. I have a feeling by the time I get to the end bosses, I'll be strong enough with what I've gotten here that I don't really have to worry about it too much. And I actually, as far as these Fallen here, I don't like the new aesthetic. I prefer the old Diablo 2 aesthetic of them. I actually even prefer the old Diablo 1 aesthetic of them, although these are a little bit closer to the Diablo 1 ones. They're a little bit more edgy, a little bit more pointy, whereas the Diablo 2 ones were more like, well, they actually had kind of a natural vibe to them, if that makes sense. where they actually look like they could have evolved from something, whereas these just look kind of pointy and like they just kind of spawned, which I guess if you're devils... Ooh, the ruins level 1. I guess we're not going to the next area because I keep getting distracted. Let's go to the ruins because I have not been here before. At least not that I know of. What are you guys? Ooh, Servant Magus. Cute. Let's go ahead and kill you guys. Ooh, we got new lore. Whoopee. Die. And you die too. Good job. Oh, and holy crap, we took down a pillar. I was not expecting that. So Guardian Towers will feed our Frenzy, and we've got a little Shocking Spider. I think that little tower there was spawning them. So I have a feeling this is going to be like a gold chest area if I had to guess. So let's go ahead and go through it. I can wander around and find the next area before next episode anyway. Provided that my connection stays stable. Let's go ahead and Ceremonial Table. That won't come out, although it does look like it should. It looks like something that you should be able to just knock out of the little hole there and actually hit something with, but if it doesn't do anything, it doesn't do anything. What is down here? Dead ends. Okay. Is this going to be another dead end over here? Maybe. That or it's going to lead around to the area that we have just over here to the side. Yeah, it's the same area. We need to kill the Guardian Towers, though. Because I don't like them. They tend to do things that I find not too pleasant. Let's see. Kill you guys. Now, I wonder why the enemies in here seem like significantly easier. Is it because they're like more glass cannon-y, or is it just because the enemies in here are lower level? That's another thing I actually find slightly inconsistent with Diablo 3, is that the enemy levels and stuff like that the difficulty doesn't seem to be as fluid as the previous games. Even in Diablo 1, it felt a little bit more fluid as far as just the enemy's strength was, it evolved as you went along. Whereas this one is just like, oh, it's a swarm of junk, blah, 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 kill it, and then you have an extremely hard pack of just like random enemies that you weren't expecting. Diablo 2 had it to an extent, but not as bad. Diablo 2's main difficulty issue was Act 4, which was harder than Act 5, which is kind of special. Well, not just kind of special, it's a lot special. It's ridiculous how much easier Act 5 is than Act 4. So, let's go ahead and smash the crap out of you guys. Oh, we actually missed with the frenzy there. Okay, we're just gonna move along. Moving along. Oh, dog barking because door opened. Why door opened, I don't know. Go ahead and smash them. Good job. Go ahead and smash them as well. So, anyway. We are closing in on, well, we're past the 20-minute mark. I'm going to give you guys a couple extra minutes because we had that whole lag issue earlier. But, let's see. What is down here? Absolutely nothing. Let's go ahead and smash you. I'm kind of wondering what this place is for. I want to find out before the end of the episode. Is it just a random side place, or is there actually a gold chest or something in here? That's, now that I'm talking about side areas, that is actually another thing that Diablo 3 kind of disappointed me in, because they had so many opportunities with some of these side areas to actually turn them into something really interesting, but they just didn't. They're just gold chest areas, whereas in, well, even in Diablo 2 they kind of did that, but super uniques were a thing in those. I don't know if these things are super uniques or not. I think the Reckoner is just a normal enemy. I don't think it's like something that will keep respawning or not. So, let's go ahead and Earthquake. Oh, there's the Reckoner. Quinn the Reckoner. Let's go ahead and get out of the ice. He's got shielding, so we can't exactly hurt him while he's shielded up. Thankfully, they can't stay under shield forever. So we'll just go ahead and beat the living crap out of him with Frenzy, and go ahead and duck around to the other side. Good job. And, oh, we got the Stomp. There we go. I was like, which ability do I have available? Now, the minions shielding, I don't like. That's just a little bit ridiculous and irritating. So, bosses, I'm good with. Because I have a feeling this guy's going to shield up right before I... No, he's not. Okay, good. I was like, he's going to shield up right before I kill him, and it's going to make me take forever to kill him. Okay, go ahead. Kill these guys off. But anyway, I'm going to finish clearing this out. If there's anything special, I'll come back. But if you guys enjoyed this episode, which involved some really scattered-brained aspects on my part. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on Diablo 3, whenever we'll hopefully not have lag issues. Keep gaming, have fun, peace out. This has been Alzorath. Bye.